Well, I'm back again. Today is the day for putting the new belt on this, the X1 Got it running the other day, as you've seen in the video, and it starts up and runs lovely. But, of course, belt's tired. So I want to get a new belt on. I got the new belt here. It's in this spot, come from Eurosport UK again. Absolutely cracking service. You order it and it's here the next day, as long as you order before 12, which you can't complain at. So, time to get this belt. We'd get the engine timed up. I'll probably do it off paint. Just a mark there, you can see there, I'll paint mark that. And then I'll get this belt off, new belt on, got a new tensioner bearing, or tensioner to go in, and then we're ready to take it all back together and take it up the road and see how she runs. Well, I got it marked up, so you can see I got marks on. Got the bottom marked up as well. You can see the white mark down there, and I've got the, you can kind of see down there, I've got the dizzy marked up as well. So time to get the belt tensioner wound off, which is doing there. Luckily with these ones, I don't think you need to, actually, hold on, I need to take, getting ahead of myself here, I need to take the auxiliary belt off first, and then I'll be taking that off. Right, so I've got the belt slackened off here. I can't get it off fully because the alternator hits the thingy, so what I'm going to try and do is undo the main crankshaft nut and pull the pulley off, and I'll just pull the belt off at the same time. Let's get this buzzed off. I've got my gun and a big socket. I go and borrow a big socket again because I don't want to have one big enough. Let's go on forward. And we off your time. Okay, duggies. Oh, I love this gun. It's a Snap-on MG 725 if anyone's wondering. It's mint. Come on, they made light work of that. Oh. Again, pulleys off. Oh, pulleys loose. Pop off like that. That's what I mean about the belt. I can just slide that off. Pulley's off. I've paint marked it so that lines up so I can tell without having to put the big pulley on. Okay, I'll drop it down now and I should be able to get that tensioner wound off. So once I get the tensioner wound off, I can take the belt off and take the tensioner off, put a new tensioner bearing on and put the new belt on and give it a rotation. You give it 2 rotations, because then you know it's done 2 rotations of the crank. That means it's done a full engine rotation, and if there's any contact, you stop and you retime it again. It's relatively simple, so let's get this the new belt on, make it super duper hunky dory safe. Coming in from the top now, I'll get that pulley off there. 17, that's good. That's that wound off. Does the tension come off yet? Yeah, it's come off. And the good thing about these is you don't need the engine mount off. A lot of cars you need to take the engine mount off. These you don't, which is lovely. Lovely. I'm gonna get this belt off. Well, I've got the new winder bearing out. Here it is. This is the old one. It's a little bit growly and it's dirty. The tensioner, I've just had that few cleaner degreasing again while I had some bait. Here's the new bearing. Put that out. Lovely. Just plonk this down like that. It's lovely and smooth. This one is tired. There's a ridge on it as well, so got the new bearing going on. It's just an interference fit onto the tensioner. There. Got this washer that goes on, put the shoulder on, that keeps it nice and tight. Just check it. And then this go back on my car. Here. Goes around doing here. This bolt goes through there. There's a like a little fulcrum point, and that's a little, it's a spring loaded tensioner, so this goes onto there. New tensioner's on. I've nipped it up all the way back so it's as slack as it can be, so when I put the belt on I can let it off and it'll tension itself up. Just gotta get this timed back up again, because that's for the dizzy. Controls the rotor arm, which I might have to retime the thing up again once I get it running, but that's not a big job. As long as it's in the right sort of place, I can time it up no bother. So I'll get this new belt. I've got a Dayco belt going. This Dayco belt on and get a tensioner undone. I'm not going to bother filming this bit either, because you're not going to see it. Not when I'm working doing there. So the belt's on. It's not on properly yet, but I'm just going to slip the thing in to where it lives. So that's that one on. You can see the mark still lines up. That mark still lines up. Alright, I'll just slip this in. the crank like that. Now it still lines up. So that's on. Let's push this on properly. Let's push this on into the middle of the pulley. And let them be in the middle of the pulley. You know they're in the right place. Yep, everything's still lining up, so I'll crack that 17 off. Crack that 17 off. So that is a plunger there, which is on a spring. Push it against the tensioner. When I slacken the tension off, it'll fire forward and tension the belt up. So let's crack this off. Ready? You should see it go twing. Maybe. Hasn't gone twing. You always want to tension it on, make sure this side's nice and taut as well, because that's the side that's driving it. It has tensioned it up, like. You should be able to turn a belt about 90 degrees, which I can. That's quite nice. What I will do is make sure, just push that little thingy in case the spring's gone a bit weak. Pick this back up again. Next thing to do is turn the engine over 2 times, so I know that it's not going to be contacting anything. Because if you turn it over 2 times, it means the car's done a full revolution, and then you know that it's not going to be hitting any of the valves for the pistons for the timing. So, yep, I'll get that done right now. Well, I got the pulley back on, the bottom pulley back on. The belt is on. Got the lock, the nut, and I put some Loctite on the threads as well. Just make sure it's extra nice and tight. Bottom pulley is on. I've just got to tension the auxiliary belt back up again. Get my bar in. And I got my bar and my 13. See? Can I put it like that? No, you can't really see. I'm going to stick my bar in. So push it forward so I can get the tension on the belt and then nip it up. And that'll hold it in situ and make the belt nice and tight, and then I can put the covers back on and get it started up. Exciting times again. Oh, it's so close to being finished. Just putting the belt cover back on. Got all the bolts out because I always put them back into the holes where they live so you don't lose them, because they're easily lost. And also if they're in the holes where they live, keeps them safe and you know where they go when you come back to put it back together. Just wound in, put them all in finger tight, and then nip them up in a second so I know they're all seated properly. So it pulls it in nice and square and doesn't pull tension on anywhere it shouldn't do first. But I want to get it doing there. Let's see. I wouldn't get it like, I didn't get it easy enough. Usually, I'm going to have to take this ratchet off actually. Ratchet off, put the extension on, and twiddle it in with my paws. You can see me do the bottom. Get that on, get the back plate in. Got a new air filter here for it as well. Ooh, she's nearly there. New filter's going in. See, nice shiny, and this one's got metal all the way around, and ooh, this one's a bit dirty. It wasn't filthy, but makes sense to do it when we've done all the other work on it. New filter's in. Get this click back on. I'm going to put some new nuts on because all the nuts are a bit old and tired, so put some new nuts on. That's not setting level. No, it's not sided. Just checking it wasn't sided. Get this clicks in and we'll be hunky-dory, ready to fire her up and going for a ride. It's up and running. Just going to let it warm up a minute. Get it warm and then I can set the timing up again. Because I did knock the timing out, I have just a timing on it. But I'll just get that, get it warmed up, set the timing up on it again with a timing light, and just about ready to go. Genuinely. Got to put that plate back in, and that's nearly it now actually. Exciting. And we're done. Just got it timed up. See again if I can show you the timing. And you see the white marks lining up lovely. I don't know if you can or not, like, but I'll try it. Yeah. Which is all done. Timed up lovely, picks up lovely. Takes over lovely. got a nice tick over about 1000 RPM, drops after a while at about 950. It's just, and the car's all done. I've it's all clipped back together. It's running nicely. I've been up the road with it. It drives alright. I couldn't film it because my GoPro died, and also I can't find my chest mount. It's disappeared somewhere, so I couldn't film it, unfortunately. But it drives alright. The brakes, they are doing okay. They're a little bit sticky, but I think they're clear. To be honest, it's not like it's hanging on too much. More just the lack of use sort of need used to clean them up. I've sucked the oil out and put fresh oil in, just in case there was any contamination from trying to start it and not firing, so it might have flooded the oil with petrol and thinned the petrol. So I put some new oil in. Don't want them going away and it breaking. It would be neat fun. Apart from that, it's driving alright. So it's been overnight, and I'll quickly let it cool. It's completely stone dead cold. So let's see how she starts. I've just put some gun gum in the exhaust because there's a little hole in it. I'll explain that in a second. So yes, let's see how she goes. This is just after she's had the belt done, the timing done, ignition slide done, and the carb done. So she should fire up lovely. Fingers crossed. Two pumps. Why is she dying? So last night, before I stopped it, when it was warm, I turned the fuel mixture screw in half a turn. So I think what I'll do is I'll turn it back out quarter of a turn, because of course I picked up my screwdriver, it was too big. 2 seconds. This one's too big. Too big. Back to using the trusty quarter drive set. So I get in here and I will just adjust the, where's it gone? There it is. So I will just adjust this back out. So I wound it in half a turn, I will wind it back out quarter of a turn. Let's see if that helps it. I should be able to start without throttle. Nope. Nearly there, but not quite. It was definitely better though, wasn't it? That's Yep. Joys of old cars. To there. So that was back out half a turn, where it was originally set. Let's see what she does. Why is the battery light on? Why is the battery light on? It's running better there, it's definitely better. Shouldn't have done that, I should have let it warm up a second first. Why is that battery light staying on? Oh, there we go. Let us warm up a second. As you should do, you should let it run for a few seconds on choke, so they do warm up enough so when you do want to drive them, they're fine. Well, I've just double checked everything off. The timing's lovely. I've just double checked the timing on it. I've done it from both the crank pulley and the flywheel side, because I know people like to say the flywheel side's more accurate. She's picking up lovely, she's running lovely. Turn the key. It's lovely. Need to turn that back up a bit. Well, she was running lovely a second ago. Why is she missing? Oh, hold on. I haven't put number 1 plug lead back on. stupid. I took the number 1 plug lead off to put the timing light on. Why is she missing? Why is she missing? Oh no! Ah, yeah. Stupid. Lovely. Turn that back down a bit. And it should turn again. Also, you might be able to hear the strut bearing we're talking about. The squeal. It's one of those things which has become apparent now. It's being able to be driven. If you've enjoyed this video or these series of little videos for a couple of months, so a little like, hope you have enjoyed them, and like, subscribe. It is nice to know that people do like and subscribe, because it's nice to know that people enjoy the content, because it does take a long time to make. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little bell notification if you want to know when I'm uploading, because that'll tell you when I'm uploading. Grand. We'll see you all in a bit. Ta-ra for now.